Many have asked me why I pay so very little attention to NIBIRU as a major force in the role of where humanity is and has been. Why is it that I don't discuss it more? Well, my beloved light family, here is why. First of all, it is absolutely true that those who came in here from NIBIRU, in actual fact, not long after a disaster had cleared the surface of the earth of its inhabitants, were from NIBIRU and did in fact become the ruling family from which Atlantis, at least one of them, was established. And we do in our book, Secrets of the Hidden Realms, go through the multiple times that an Atlantis has been present in the Atlantic Ocean. But the Nibiruans came in from the planet Nibiru, which, as most of you know, makes an elliptical orbit to the other side of Mars, and the last time it was here was 2,000 years ago. So there is a ruling family that is mentioned in the Sumerian records. Some of my writings that I have received from the history keepers of the planet, and they're actually also the history keepers of the cosmos. So they were able to give us information about the Earth long before it even arrived in this particular solar system. According to those history keepers, Inanna is not the granddaughter of the father Enlil, who was at that point ruler of the earth. She was, in fact, his daughter. But she was and she was not. In the book, The Gift of the Unicorns, in the second half of it, that discusses the history of the cycles of descension and ascension that the earth has been in for millions and millions of years, it is clearly stated that Isis, who is Inanna, walked into the family, that their minds were changed to remember a childhood, as was everyone's, to remember a childhood. But she did, in fact, never actually experience either a death or a birth. The secret as to why this is in the book, Opening the Doors of Heaven, which is the Revelations of Isis, a translation from the libraries of Isis from her language. So that is the first place where I differ from that which is written in the Sumerian records. And then there are other areas in which there is a differing from popular teachings. There is a history given about who took over NIBIRU when and that sort of thing. And the reason that it is so irrelevant at this point is that NIBIRU ceased to exist as the ascension took us into higher and higher levels. And NIBIRU ceased to exist because the actual galaxy that it came from ceased to exist. And so the Nibiruan history is at this point for us only relevant as to how it shaped mankind. Much heinous crimes and so on are attributed to Ra, who was Thoth's older brother, named Marduk, but he was aggressive openly. Thoth did incredible atrocities underneath the surface, while on the surface he appeared to be benign. A very great shock to me, for I had worked with Thoth for many years and viewed him as a friend. But the history is plainly given, not only in the Gift of the Unicorns, but also in Opening the Doors of Heaven. Anu himself, as well as Enlil, do not come out of this picture unscathed. My beloved brothers and sisters, that which I share with you is a mere smattering of the information that day by day by day I am permitted through the work that I do to access. The deeds that Anu have done, not only in blatant aggression to the Holy Mother of all life, but to all of humankind and the cosmos, are beyond description. I deliberately left them out of the books. They are that heinous. I was I will not say that. I was part of viewing what he had done. It is so horrific that I was so traumatized that the luminous egg around my body actually shattered from the experience. He and Thoth and Enlil, and for that matter Marduk, and even Osiris, who perhaps meant well, who knows, but betrayed the secrets entrusted to him by Isis to his family, and thereby afforded them entry into the holy library in southern Africa, which is the library of the White Horse. That was only recently entirely purged, but it enabled them to travel through time and to create havoc wherever they went. So NIBIRU did in fact have a profound effect. NIBIRU is no more, and there is really not one of the ones that I have mentioned that can be deemed as innocent or a victim of circumstances. So, my beloved brothers and sisters, at this point we have to put it into perspective. In the history of the cycles, the history keepers gave me the information that I took down in dictation, that certainly the earth was plundered by the Anunnaki from NIBIRU. But so did those from Orion. They plundered our soils, they took minerals that enabled man to see interdimensionally because it provided a frequency on earth that wouldn't else be there. And they did heinous things. There are other races that have plundered the earth. And man always has been. Certainly, there was a hybrid man made with the Anunnaki when they came in from NIBIRU, and they found some Neanderthal-like beings roaming in the forest. Part of that is true, because man already was on earth. They were just in the hollow earth.